Hi, and welcome back to Destiny University's Take Control of Your Psyche program. This is module number 3, discovering what lies beneath the Codematic dashboard of disintegration. We're going to head right into it. So ultimately what we're trying to do is discover your authentic psyche, i.e. the authentic self that's below or beneath the Codematic dashboard of disintegration. So in module 2 we expose the dashboard mask and the layers of programming of scripts that create a false identity, the fictional self. This module takes us deeper. Beneath the mask lies the authentic psyche. This is not an invention, it's a natural, original design waiting to be uncovered. The authentic psyche is the true self beneath the programming. You don't build it from scratch like constructing a house. You reveal it like uncovering a hidden temple buried underneath the sand. Your authentic self is indestructible. It has never been erased or broken, only covered by layers of conditioning. Today you will learn to see what has always been inside you beneath the rubble of false expectations and approval seeking. So the covered self. The authentic psyche is whole, resourceful, and radiant. It cannot be destroyed. Instead, it is buried beneath years of roles, expectations, and cultural scripts. Think of sunlight hidden by the clouds. The light never stops shining, but it is often obscured. True healing is not fixing a broken system. It is peeling back the coverings that were never meant to be there in the first place. The goal is not invention, but revelation. Imagine standing beside a centuries-old painting covered in soot and grime. At first it looks dull and lifeless, but when restorers gently clean the surface, the original colors emerge in their brilliance. Nothing was added, it was always there. That is your psyche. Your psyche has natural confidence, and this natural confidence is different from bravado or bravely masking insecurity. It does not depend on praise, status, or external validation. It is the deep knowing that existence itself makes you enough. A child laughing or playing freely without looking over their shoulder for approval, they do not pause and wonder, am I doing this right? They simply are. Natural confidence is not about proving worth. It is about embodying the truth that is beneath, your being has value before you do or achieve anything. And we're going to ask students to recall a moment when they felt effortlessly confident, not because of recognition, but because they were simply aligned with themselves. So natural joy emerges so that when you live in the present moment undistracted by the dashboarding, it has a bubbling overflow of energy that comes from simply existing, not from earning happiness. Spontaneous laughter with a close friend, singing in the shower, dancing alone in your room because the music moves you. No audience, no performance, only joy. Natural joy is not a prize to chase after achievements. It is your baseline state when the psyche is integrated and joy becomes your natural rhythm. And that's the goal for us. It's the fulfillment side of life. And that's going to power achievement as well. And we're going to invite students to remember a moment when your joy arose for no reason, having them write down sensations they felt in their body, warmth, lightness, expansion, euphoria, ecstasy. Natural polarity. Polarity is the natural energetic dance of the masculine and feminine forces. It is not forced roles or cliches, but authentic energy flowing freely. Masculine presence and direction naturally magnetize feminine radiance and expression, and vice versa. Together they create vitality and intimacy. A grounded, attentive partner listening fully while the other speaks with passion and expressive energy. Both feel alive and pulled into a deeper connection without effort. When polarity is authentic, connection feels like gravity, effortless, magnetic, and alive. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be manufactured. It emerges when you strip away the dashboard roles. So the myth of the broken self. Many people believe that they're damaged, defective, or irreparably broken. This belief is itself part of the Codematic programming. It keeps people stuck in dashboards of shame and self-repair. The truth is you are never broken, you are only covered. A clouded sky, even if you haven't seen the sunlight for days, the sun is always still shining. Clouds are temporary, not the proof that the sun is gone. Your authentic psyche has never left you, it waits behind the coverings. The work of integration is not repair, it is remembering. And so we'll do some guided visualizations later, but we can speak to it as the excavation. And I want you to close your eyes, and we're going to be talking through, imagine standing before a mountain of rubble, stones, bricks, debris. Each piece of rubble is a script or a role. The good child, the pleaser, the overachiever, the strong one. See yourself removing them one by one. As you lift each piece, light begins to shine through. Finally, beneath the rubble, you see your radiant, authentic self, whole, smiling, alive, waiting for you. And this is the purpose here, is to give your students an emotional and sensory experience of uncovering rather than simply fixing themselves. This anchors the teaching in imagery so they can return to it later. We'll also do this in a journaling prompt. So when in your life have you felt the most authentic, alive, and unfiltered? What were you doing? Who were you with? What qualities or feelings were you alive in you then? And we're going to give you about 10 to 15 minutes or 10 to 12 minutes to kind of work through that on your own, but pull out your journal and free flow write that as well. So this is the purpose there, is to help students identify authentic reference experiences that can be used as anchors for future integration. And so the key question is, in terms of a group dialogue that you can share later, how does it feel to consider that your true self was never broken and only covered? How does it feel to know that the sun is always still shining, regardless of whether or not the clouds are above the sun and you can't see the sun? And we need to normalize different reactions there. Some people may feel relieved, others skeptical, others sad about lost time, all responses are indeed valid. So the big takeaway here is the authentic psyche is already there. It's waiting for you. Integration is there, and it's not repair, it's revelation. You are not building a new self. You are uncovering the radiant one that has always been and will be, just like the sun. And remember, the truth of who you are is already within you. The journey of integration is not about becoming something new. It is about uncovering which has always been you, but simply needed to shine through.